Shalom, shalom, Makim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And peace and salutations to the whole full elect, pushing this gospel amongst the four winds with truth and sincerity. To you I say, shalom. And to the few sisters that may be listening, all right, this is your brother Parathon with a quick current event. All right, going into, we're the watchmen, man, so we gotta, be circumspect and keep up with what's going on in this world. This one in particular is going into the one of the major prophecies that is currently being fulfilled as we speak. All right, the bark of the beast. Okay, this beast system. All right, Revelations 13. But we're gonna go into. I'm gonna breeze through this article. Lord willing, it's edifying and uplifting. All right, then we're gonna get into some scriptures, man. So, source SHTF. Plan.com, titled Bill Gates pushes national ID system. It's breeze through it. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is pushing a national identification system that will enhance the slave state for the ruling class. The Seattle-based Gates Foundation, guided by the United Nations and Sustainable Development Goals, has endorsed the MOSIP, the MOSIP undertakings, with a $10 million pledge. All right, so you see there, hey man, they want a one world currency. He's partnering with the United Nations. Okay, it's here in red. It says Bill Gates and Congressman negotiated a tracing deal before the situation panic. It says these billionaire rulers are putting a lot of money and energy into making sure they can track, trace, and surveil every single slave on the planet. They're referring to people as slaves. It's crazy. It says Gates is also neck deep in making sure that all the slave classes get the Steph Curry, that the rulers are desperate to make sure people get as many as they can convince them to get. All right, it says here, he warns that the next pandemic will be worse than the prior one. He's playing both sides of the fence. He's funding everything. The Lord has that spirit on him to push this prophecy, and furthermore, his word. Because you can't do nothing against the truth, man, before it. Okay? And brothers with the eye salve know. It says the foundation aims to seek focus in propelling universal digital ID framework, especially targeting the low to middle economy. Who's that? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Seminole, West Indian Haitians of the legendary bloodline. God's chosen people. All right? The remnant is aware of these things. All right? 2/3 of our people will be cut off and put to death with the rest of the heathen nations. But they're targeting us, man. You see that. It says, but as history has shown, with such advancements often come potential pitfalls, particularly regarding personal privacy, which won't be a thing pretty soon. Adapting MOSIP to each nation's unique requirements means collecting and customizing vast amounts of personal data from the slave class. The system, despite its boast of an 80-plus vendor ecosystem, raised many red flags. Right, because we're not at a point where they're going to force you to take it. They want you to take it by choice. Let's see, this is pretty much it. I'll finish it up. It says, while the Gates Foundation views digital ID systems as integral to fostering digital public infrastructure, DPIs, that can, in theory, stimulate economic growth, the risk to personal privacy cannot be ignored. This entire system is going to be tied to a social credit score and central bank digital currency that the rulers will have full control over. Fed now. All right, all these different you see what the push for the digital currency and how much influence it has and how convenient they're making it seem to be. CBCDs are coming. The final nail of the illusion of freedom's coffin. Abolitionists understand true freedom. It's time for the rest of us to understand it too. Reforming or changing via vote or otherwise, slave state is going to keep the slave state going. Abolition of slavery, even mental slavery, is the only way to ensure humanity can be free. And this is, come on, man, it's a pipe dream. All right, privacy will be fulfilled. Slavery won't be abolished. Well, their form of slavery won't be abolished, man. This house isn't going to endure forever. All right. The majority of the people will be mentally enslaved until they're put to death. The elect were freed from that when they were called and chosen since from the beginning. All right. Since before the beginning. But, prophecy is going to be fulfilled, man. They ended that shit. It's crazy. That was it. Let's go into some prophecy, man. Let's get to the good stuff. Revelations 13 and 16. And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, stop there. Let's go into some words. Let's go into that. It's been a while since we touched on this, but we going to get down to the point here. The word mark, charagma, stamp, or imprinted mark. All right, physically in this case. Let's go deeper than that. Root word from there is karax, a pale or stake. All right, it says going to the Strongs here, through the idea of scratching a stake. All right. Furthermore, it's the scratching we know is a slight tear in the flesh, which is this is the delivery method of the C hip. All right. I know if you brothers are familiar with the wallet more. Okay, it's there's some research on it. It's a passive NFC transponder consisting of a silicone C hip in which payment data is stored in antenna. It's a special piercing needle used to create an incision in space under the skin for the implant to do the rest. All right, that's the delivery method. All right, furthermore, we can go deeper into this word grapho, to write with reference in the form of letters. All right, things written. In this case, it's the obviously it's the digital info, the ID, the dollar, the passport, medical records, social credit scores, carbon footprints, etc. Man, everything through the CHIP. All right, you figure what? Russia has the digital ruble, China has the yuan, the ECNY, the two other major superpowers of the world after the pandemic. There was a push for digital passports, IDs, cross-border transactions. I mean, you know, it's convenient. It's they're pushing convenience, privacy, and protection, and it's apparently supposed to be an ecological cleaner. All right, it's the money's dirty now, the dollar's dirty. Let's go cleaner. All right, let's go faster. Let's make things easier and safer. That's what the push is. Okay, and so hey, from there, man, let me hit. Let's see what comes to mind. 1 Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the roots of all evil. Salakia, Akim. We weren't done in Revelation. Salakia. Jumping the gun. Revelations 13. Again, in 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right hand, RFID, foreheads could go into the Neuralink. All right, it says that, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. Who has understanding? The elect of Israel. We're looking out for this. For it is the number of a man, and this number is 666. Esau, Edom, so-called white man. The wicked that the Bible speaks of. All right. So what happens to those who take this mark? Revelations 19 and 20. Straight cut. We right to the point. Right to the point. To the jugular. Revelations 19 and verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet, that which wrought miracles before him, which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worship this image. These both were cast alive into the lake of brimstone, the lake of fire burning with brimstone. All right, that is the ultimatum for becoming a part of this system. It's the ultimatum for turning your back on the Heavenly Father. All right, you're either gonna have that mark, that mark pertaining to Ezekiel 9 and 4, which goes into Thawa, you know, the exemption. All right, the Lord's signature written in your forehead. All right, or you're going to go into this mark. All right, the mark that's it's the end all be all. All right, you're pretty much cutting off yourself from the Lord, which is everything is all written. The elect won't bow their knee to Baal. The elect are not ignorant to Satan's devices. Okay, so now we can jump to 1 Timothy chapter 6 and 10. It says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after they have erred from the faith and piercing themselves through with many sorrows." Right? That's pretty self-explanatory. Jake crazy over money, man. Jake could kill for money. Jake could kill for women. Let's go into that love, the love of money. Avarice. How do you pronounce this Greek word?
Strong's G 5365. Philargoria. Philargoria.
All right. Looked up this word avarice, man. This word avarice pretty much goes into greed and covetous, which goes against the commandments. All right. So the love of money, the love of money is the root of all evil. All right. Not money itself. Money is used as defense. Money is used to do what we got to do, pay these bills, to render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. All right. It's the love of money. Because that love, you can't serve two masters. It's either you serve Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, you're going to serve Mammon, which goes into money. Let's see. This says, here for the word, they have erred, to cause to go astray, to lead away from the truth to error, to stay away from, to seduce. All right. This is 2/3 of our people. The rest don't matter. All right. This is going to lead our people away from Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Money is their religion. Money is their God. We've been here too long. They want generational wealth. All right. They want their sons to go to league, their daughters to go to college and get master's degrees and PhDs. Okay. It's 2/3 of our people will be put to death for this, man. I'm gonna go into another word, sorrows. All right, consuming grief, pain, sorrow. So they worship money as their God. All right, and they're suffering for it. Consuming grief. They pierce themselves through with many sorrows. What are those many sorrows? We're subject to payments. The majority of us are living paycheck to paycheck. All right, we putting our money in bags with holes, man. We gotta beg these servants for jobs and loans. These are sorrows, man. And it don't feel right when you don't have it. So they can go ahead and do their thing, man. The Lord is coming back to set things straight, man. We're not ignorant to his devices, again, as I roughly paraphrase. Revelations 3 and 10. Because thou have kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown, that no man take that's knowledge and wisdom that's going to be the stability of thy times, man. That no man take thy faith. And the elect are covered, man. The elect are locked in. All right. That hour of temptation, Jacob's trouble's coming. That hour of temptation to where you're going to be presented this gift-wrapped alternative, okay, to save your life. But we know what scriptures go into pertaining to that. Those that save their life shall lose it, and those that lose their life for my sake shall save it, man. Roughly paraphrasing. All right. And I actually meant to, I'm going to close out here, make another point. As I have noted, Revelations 13 and 17 again, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. We go into buy, just to further drive this point, to be in the marketplace, to attend it, to do business, all right, to redeem, This is going to be the means of buying and selling. All right. We know that the beast is the beast system is EU, NATO, 7 heads, 10 horns. You know what I mean? There was actually a article. There was a article back in November 2000 titled "One Market, One Money, One World Currency, Destiny or Delusion," and this was from the IMF back in 2000. Man, 23 years ago. All right, so this system has been in the works. Now they're about to launch it, and if you're not in the know, it's over for you. You're not in the know, you gotta go. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, B'chak, Wadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, a great millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akim, pushing this rock and doing the work, man. To you, I say Shalom.